Hello and welcome to week 5 of Dungeon 23. I am Scrapperlock, and today we are looking at the first of the 4 regions in the basement level underneath Dain's watch. So we're no longer in an upstairs fortress, we're now underground. And a lot of this was originally storage areas and stuff like that. And this section has the theme of noise, and I decided that this is where the goblins live. So what I decided is that this is where the goblin chieftain and the main goblins live, and there are a bunch of sections marked with the letter N here. These are traps, and the traps are either tripwires or things attached to doors that make noise. So they're like plates of metal, copper, that'll like clang against each other. The idea is that the goblins know that they're living in an area that's got werewolves and Lord knows whatever else, and these noisemakers alert the goblins to the fact that somebody is in their area. So there are noisemakers on many of the doors, and there's also a noisemaker in this hallway if somebody's coming down this hallway. So let's take a look at these rooms. Room number 1 is a storage area that was originally a storage and is currently used as storage by the goblins. And there are 6 goblins in here. The south door, of course, isn't locked. The secret door is kind of molded into the wall, and this sort of allows you out into the hallway, sort of if they want to bypass the noisemakers. So there are some goblins in here basically just messing with the supplies, and if the player characters were to come in here, the goblins would, have something to say about it. So the stairs come down here. If you go through here, there are noisemakers here, noisemakers here and here, and noisemakers here and here. This is the storeroom. Room 2 is the smithy. It was a weapon crafting area, and the goblins are using it to still. What's left? There's like a wheel that's sharp, like a grinding wheel to sharpen things, and a couple of anvils that are in decent shape, and the goblins use it to do some maintenance on their weapons, but goblins aren't really very good at doing that, so they don't use it very much. There's nobody in this particular room, and the door isn't locked, but of course is trapped. Now, room 3 is probably the coolest room. This is the Goblin Chief's room. The Goblin Chief is here, and what I have for Fantasy Companion using the Goblin Warg Rider stats. He's their wild card. 4 Goblin Warriors, a Goblin Shaman or War Chanter. The Shaman comes from Fantasy Companion, the War Chanter from Pathfinder for Savage Worlds, and then 2 Wargs who are the Chief's pets. There is a treasure here. The Goblin Chief has some of it on his person, 50 gold, a 100 gold piece diamond ring that's 25 GP worth of gold and 75 GP diamond, and 100 GP ruby. And then the chest is locked but not trapped. So there's a chest back here. It's locked and not trapped. And he's got 250 gold, a potion of healing, and an adventurer's lantern, which is a sort of a minor magic item that basically is kind of like a lantern with a light spell. As I said, the north door is trapped. It's also locked. The chief has a key, but of course he's inside the room. It's thievery -2 to pick it. If it's picked, the goblins in the room get a notice roll -4 to hear it if they are talking and not alerted. However, if any of the end traps have been triggered, these guys will be on alert. Listening at the door will, if they've been alerted, they'll be quiet and listening. There are no sounds, and the wargs will be posted at the door. But if the party hasn't triggered any of the traps, they'll be lounging and talking, and notice rolls at -2 through the thick wooden door, and they will hear something. So that's room 3. Did I skip room 2? Oh no, I did. Room 2 is the smithy. Room 4. So this one I rolled up as having a well in it, and I decided this is basically a latrine. So this is sort of this deep hole in here, and the goblins use it for waste, and so it really smells bad. Characters that come in here have to make a vigor roll at -2. And if they fail, they take a level of fatigue from nausea. And if they crit fail, they begin projectile vomiting and take 2 levels of fatigue. And it takes an hour per fatigue level to recover from it. So that's Savage Worlds rules, of course. 2-5 and 2-6. So 2-5 was a vault or a strong room, and 2-6 is sort of like the the stronger vault within here. All the doors here are made of metal. The east door is locked and trapped, and the west door and the south door are unlocked. So, however, this was a vault, but now it's a common room. And so there are several tables and chairs in here. There are piles of refuse with blankets along the wall that are basically being used as beds. And there are 9 goblins, 5 male and 4 female with standard goblin stats. Room 6 was the secure vault within the vault, like the more secure vault, where they used to store the most valuable items from the watch. But now it's just food storage for the common room. And it's goblin food, so it's like rotten meat and, raw stuff and nasty stuff and not things that are very healthy for a human. And then room 7 is a guard room. It used to be another storage area, but it's now a guard room, and there are 6 goblin guards with normal gear. And again, this room, oh, I forgot, this room should be trapped. So let's put N here. And is not locked. So that's the noise, right? Pretty much every door and this one hallway are trapped. And if you come in here without realizing it and don't notice, you're going to set off the alarm and they're going to hear you. And so this section is kind of where the goblins are. I do want to point out this is where the trap door from above comes down. So I counted out the squares and it's exactly here. This is the stairway up, and then I rolled up a stairway down right down here. So we already know how we're going to get it to the next level, at least in this fashion. There may be another way down, but so far that's the main way down. So that's where we are for the goblin section. And now what we have to do is draw for the next theme. So let me pull up my list of dungeon themes here, which you guys can't see. And I'll shuffle the deck after I pull out the ones we've used already. I will shuffle the deck. And then we will pick our next theme. So, yeah, all I have is just a regular deck of playing cards. And there were 52 weeks of the year, so there are 52 themes, and there are 52 playing cards. So it's perfect. And so I just use a different card a day. So cut the deck, and we'll pull up a 10 of hearts. The next thing is rust. So I think there's going to be rust monsters or something. So the next theme is rust, and I don't know where we're going to be here. I don't know if we're going to be on this side, or maybe we'll be down here. And we'll do another 7 rooms. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been Dungeon 23.